Before the first human stepped onto the earth, before mountains pierced the clouds and rivers carved their way through valleys, there existed a promise of a place beyond imagination, Jannah, paradise, where the rivers flow without end, where no sorrow ever touches the heart, and where the soul finds the eternal home it always longed for. It is the destination of the righteous, the abode of peace, promised by Allah to those who believe and do good deeds. The gates to this place are not opened by wealth, status, or power, but by faith, patience, and mercy. In this journey, we will not merely speak of gardens and palaces. We will step through the gates themselves, witness the splendor, and meet those whom Allah honored in this realm. Imagine walking into a land where the ground is softer than the finest carpets, where the air carries the fragrance of musk, and where every breeze brings joy. You pass through gardens filled with fruits hanging within reach, palaces made of silver and gold, and rivers of milk and honey flowing without banks. This is not a dream. This is the reality of Jannah. Along this journey, we will meet the noble prophets, Musa with his commanding presence and staff of guidance, Ibrahim, the friend of Allah, radiating kindness, Isa, the compassionate messenger, and Muhammad, the seal of prophethood, whose presence is surrounded by light. Angels will guide us through, each one a majestic creation of light, never disobeying their Lord. But the greatest gift is yet to come, one that surpasses all gardens, palaces, and treasures. It is the moment when the people of paradise are gathered, and the veil is lifted. There, beyond all beauty, they behold the light of Allah, a sight so overwhelming, so pure, that everything else fades before it. This is the ultimate reward, the true heart of Jannah. You stand still, your eyes locked on the towering gates before you. Their beauty is not of this world. Their light doesn't simply shine, it seems to live, moving like liquid gold and silver in perfect harmony. Every detail shimmers with divine artistry, vines of emerald curling up the frame, inlaid with pearls that glow from within. The gates are so vast that even the mountains of the world would seem small beside them. And yet, despite their grandeur, you feel no fear, only a pull, as if your soul has been yearning for this moment since the day it was created. Then it begins, the sound of the gates moving. Not the harsh creak of earthly doors, but a deep, resonant tone, like the opening of the heavens themselves. It fills the air, the ground, and even your chest, vibrating with a harmony that seems to sing, "Welcome home." The fragrance pouring from within is overwhelming, sweeter than the most precious perfumes, but soft enough that you could breathe it forever without growing tired. As the gap widens, the first rays of Jannah's light spill onto you, not the light of the sun or moon, but a light that soothes every fiber of your being. Your heart feels like it might burst, but instead it becomes calm, still, in perfect peace. You remember every prayer you whispered in the darkness, every time you turned away from sin for the sake of Allah, every tear you shed out of love and fear for Him. All of it led here. You take a step forward, but then you pause, not because of hesitation, but because you want to savor this instant. This is the threshold between every hardship you've endured and the eternal comfort that lies ahead. This is the first breath of eternity. Angels gather around you, their wings vast and luminous, their faces radiant with joy. They say in unison, "Enter in peace." You will never be driven out. You close your eyes and breathe deeply. This is not a dream. This is the reality promised by the Most Merciful. The gates are open now, and they are waiting for you to walk through. As you step closer, you see him, a figure so majestic that even the angels around him seem to stand in awe. This is Ridwan, the guardian of paradise. His presence is unlike anything you have known. Strength and gentleness woven into one. His face is luminous, his eyes reflecting the gardens behind him, and his robe shimmers as though woven from threads of light itself. When he speaks, the sound is more than just words. It's a wave of comfort and honor that settles into your soul. Peace be upon you, O beloved of Allah. Your place has been prepared. It has been waiting for you since the day you were created. Enter now in the safety and mercy of your Lord. He calls you by name, not just the name given to you in the world, but the name Allah gave your soul before it was placed in your body. Hearing it fills you with a joy that cannot be compared to anything in the life you've left behind. Ridwan steps aside, his arm extended in welcome. Behind him, you can see the angels lining the pathways of Jannah, each holding gifts prepared just for you. Robes of silk softer than clouds, crowns adorned with jewels more radiant than stars, cups filled with drinks that sparkle like liquid light. But Ridwan's eyes tell you something deeper. You are not just entering a beautiful place. You are entering a place where you will never be touched by sadness, where every desire is fulfilled without effort, where your joy will only increase with every moment. He reminds you gently of the words of the Quran, and those who feared their Lord will be led to paradise in groups, until, when they reach it and its gates are opened, its keepers will say, "Peace be upon you, you have done well." So enter it to abide eternally therein. And then, with a smile brighter than sunrise, Ridwan says, "This is your forever, and forever has no end." You are led past the gates one by one, each unlike the last. The gate of prayer, vast and dignified, adorned with patterns that mirror the movements of Salah. The gate of charity, glittering with gold that flows like a river. The gate of fasting, its surface shimmering like the first light after a long night. The gate of Hajj and Umrah, carved from pure white stone, reflecting the sacred journey you once took on earth. Each gate carries an aura, a reminder of the deeds that earn entry through it. Angels stand by each one, greeting those whose lives were marked by that particular act of worship. You realize how every choice you made in the world, even the ones that seemed small, shaped your entry here. A single coin given in secret, a single night spent awake in prayer, a single sip of water offered to the thirsty, all remembered, all recorded, all rewarded beyond imagination. When you reach the gate that is yours, the one your deeds have earned, you feel it instantly. The patterns carved into its surface seem to tell your story, your struggles, your sacrifices, your moments of turning back to Allah. You realize now that nothing was ever lost. Every good deed, no matter how hidden from the world, was seen by Him. You pass through, feeling as though the gate itself has embraced you. Behind it lies not just beauty, but the reflection of your life's devotion, magnified into eternal splendor. Before you enter fully, angels guide you to a river unlike any on earth. Its water is not clear, nor is it colored. It is made of something beyond water, shimmering with a light that seems to come from within itself. You know its name, the river of purification. You step into it, and instantly every ache, scar, and wound from your earthly life is gone. The heaviness of regret, the shadows of past sins, the weariness of years, all washed away in a single touch. You feel lighter than the breeze, stronger than you ever were, and more beautiful than you thought possible. As the water runs over you, you hear the angels say, "This is the day you will forget sorrow." When you emerge, your garments are not wet. Instead, they are replaced with robes of silk that radiate light. Your skin glows, your eyes are brighter, and your heart feels as if it has never known grief. You drink from the fountain nearby, and the taste is beyond sweetness. It is a flavor that seems to awaken every part of your soul. With every sip, you feel not just alive, but perfect. And then, the moment you have waited for, your first step into Jannah. Before you stretches a sight that no human imagination could ever capture. Gardens rolling into infinity, filled with trees whose branches hang heavy with fruits of every shape and color. Fruits you know, and fruits you've never seen. Rivers of milk, honey, and pure water wind gracefully through the land, their surfaces glowing in the light of a sunless sky. The air carries a constant melody, not from instruments, but from the harmony of creation itself. Leaves, water, and even light seem to sing in praise of Allah. The grass under your feet is softer than silk, cool and fragrant. Palaces rise in the distance, each unique to its owner, made of gold, silver, pearls, and precious stones. Their walls reflect the light in endless colors. Angels move through the streets, smiling, greeting every soul with words of peace. You realize this is not just beauty to look at, this is beauty to live in. And this is only the beginning. As you walk further into Jannah, you notice a crowd in the distance. At first, their faces are hard to make out, but then your heart leaps. These are your loved ones, the ones you prayed to be reunited with, parents who prayed for you, friends who reminded you of Allah, teachers who guided you in faith, children who went ahead before you. They see you, and their faces light up with a joy that can't be described. They run to you. There are no slow, solemn walks here. They embrace you with a warmth that feels like the comfort of your mother's arms, yet multiplied beyond measure. Every hug carries a lifetime of love. Every tear is a tear of joy. There is no bitterness, no memory of old arguments or misunderstandings. In this place, every relationship is purified. Love is endless and unbroken. You realize that in Jannah, no one is missing. Everyone who truly believed and was destined for this place is here. And if someone is not yet here, Allah will honor the prayers of the righteous by reuniting families together. In this reunion, time does not exist. You speak, laugh, and recall the mercy of Allah that brought you all here. It is not a fleeting moment, it is forever. Soon, angels invite you to a gathering unlike any you've attended. You enter a vast hall under a sky painted in gold and pearl, with tables stretching farther than the eye can see. Upon them are dishes you have never tasted, fruits that glow with their own light, and drinks served in cups of pure silver. The smell alone makes your heart race. But here, you eat not out of hunger, but out of pure delight. Every bite is more delicious than the last, each flavor new, and yet somehow familiar, as if it was made just for you. The servants are angels, dressed in garments of pure white, smiling as they pour drinks from rivers you passed earlier. Milk whiter than snow, honey clearer than crystal, and wine that brings no intoxication, only joy. You sit beside prophets, the truthful, the martyrs, and the righteous. Imagine sitting across from Moses, hearing his voice firsthand. Imagine laughing with Abraham, or listening to Isa, Jesus, speak of patience. And there is Muhammad, smiling at his ummah, his face more beautiful than the full moon. After the feast, you are taken to explore. Your home stands before you, not a house, not a mansion, but a palace that reflects your every wish. Its walls are made of gold and silver bricks, its floors of sparkling gemstones. The gardens around it are endless. Trees with trunks of gold bear fruits that lower themselves to your hand when you wish to taste them. Streams of milk and honey flow gently nearby, their sound as calming as the most beautiful song. The animals of paradise walk without fear. Birds with colors unknown to the world land on your arm and sing melodies you'll never tire of. Horses with wings like silk await to take you on rides across the endless beauty of Jannah. Inside every room is a wonder. Sofas lined with silk, cushions softer than clouds, ceilings like star-filled skies. And yet, despite all this beauty, your heart is not attached to possessions. Because here, joy comes from being with Allah and those you love. In Jannah, travel is effortless. You wish to be somewhere, and you are there. You soar over valleys of light, through mountains made of musk, across oceans that shine like glass. You meet people from every time and place. The first believers, the righteous of old, children who passed before their time but now run free and joyful. You hear stories of courage, patience, and mercy, not as history lessons, but from the lips of those who lived them. You visit gatherings where angels sing praises to Allah, and you join in, feeling the rhythm of eternity in your soul. There is no fatigue, no boredom. Every day is a new wonder, and every wonder leads to another. Then comes a day when all of paradise gathers in one place. The gardens are filled with anticipation, the rivers seem to sing, and every soul waits in stillness. And then the veil is lifted. You see Him, Allah, the one who created you, guided you, forgave you, and brought you here. His beauty is beyond description, beyond thought. The light of His face makes every jewel in Jannah seem like dust in comparison. Every joy you have felt in paradise suddenly feels small compared to this moment. Looking upon Allah's face fills you with a happiness so deep, it feels like your soul is being embraced. There is no fear, no distance, only love, pure and eternal. And then you realize, this is not the end. This is forever.